Hi everyone, welcome to the VictoryVibes channel.
In this lesson, we are going to learn how to install a WordPress blog on your website. So what we are going to do today is that first we will sign up for a hosting account. I will show you some of the different options that we have to purchase web hosting. And then we will go ahead and install a WordPress blog. I want you to notice that there are two versions of WordPress. One is WordPress.com and one is WordPress.org. WordPress.org is the open source software which you can download and then install on your own web server. So this is what we call a self-hosted WordPress blog, and this is what we are going to focus on for the rest of this course. We are not going to focus on creating a WordPress.com blog which is hosted on the WordPress platform itself. There are many reasons for it. One thing that you want to have complete control over your own website, and you would want to use it for commercial use where you are making a profit out of your website. So let's go back to day 4 lesson, and if you scroll down, I hope you have watched the day 4 lesson. And if you scroll down here, you can see a few links which I have given. I will update those links with more links and more options. But for now, here we have Bluehost, we have GoDaddy, we have HostGator, and we have SiteGround. So let's just check out all the websites. So from what I have heard, Bluehost is a very good option. Many people have signed up for Bluehost. So Bluehost gives you hosting at $3.95 a month. But this price is not applicable for a 12-month plan. So let's see. So you might just want to click on get started now. Select the basic plan if you are just hosting one website. You can say that I have a domain name. So here I am signing up for bikerboy.in. I will click next here. And here let's just look at the pricing. So the $3.95 a month offer is only for 36 months. If you go for 1 year, which is 12 months, then it goes to $5.95 a month. So one of the tricks to get a discount from Bluehost is to try to exit the website from this page, and then they will give you a further offer, and then you can click on claim savings. The page will reload with a new pricing. So here you can see it is $2.65 a month for 36 months. And this is one of the best offers you could get. But if you don't want to sign up for 36 months, go back to 12-month plan and you see a plan for $59.4. So here one of the issues is that you need a credit card to make a payment. And if you are in India and if you want to pay via net banking or any other channel, this particular channel is not. Credit card is the only way you can do. You cannot sign up with net banking or any other payment mode. That way, when you look at GoDaddy, you can go to GoDaddy and you can go to hosting and you can go to WordPress hosting. So GoDaddy accepts all kinds of payments from India as well. You can pay via net banking, debit card and things like that. You can go ahead and choose the basic plan, which has one website, 10 GB storage and supports 25,000 monthly visitors. So if you go for this plan, do not add any add-ons. You also will get a free domain with this order. So I will just enter a domain which would be available. I would go ahead and select and continue. So here if I go back for a 12-month plan, and remove all the other extras. So I will go ahead and select 1 year for the domain. So this is the price that you end up with. It is 1,188 rupees plus taxes, so that is 1,366 rupees. So this is an India price, and you can go ahead and make a payment using any of the Indian payment modes. It will ask you to log in. I recommend logging in using your new Google account which you have created, because sometimes GoDaddy restricts these offers to new customers, and the way they track new customers is using email IDs. So there is nothing wrong in creating a new email ID and posting as a new customer even if you have purchased a domain name from GoDaddy before. They are not really that strict about it. And then we have HostGator. So HostGator gives you 60% off through the link which we have just clicked. You can click on buy now, and there are many other discount coupon codes available on the web. Here you can see if you want to sign up for a 12-month plan, then you have 40% off. Then you can go ahead and sign up for a HostGator account as well. Remove the add-ons, and this is the amount due that you can see. So that's HostGator, and then we will have a look at SiteGround as well. So SiteGround seems to be one of the best companies in terms of transparency in pricing, though they do not play any pricing tricks. If they say that it's $3.95 a month, then even for 1 year it's just $3.95 a month. So I would go for the startup plan inside WordPress. Let's say WordPress hosting. Yeah, WordPress hosting startup plan. Get started. So here let's just have a look at the pricing. So this is for 12 months, which is $3.95 a month, and that would cost you $47.4 for an entire year. And if you go for 24 months, it's still $3.95 a month. No pricing tricks here. And SiteGround is something that I recommend that you go ahead and buy, because from the reviews that I have seen, SiteGround has a very good quality hosting, and you can go ahead and install your WordPress blog there. So what I cannot do right now is that I cannot enter all the personal information here to go ahead and sign up with SiteGround. So just before creating this video, I already went to SiteGround and created an account on SiteGround. So let me go ahead and look at my inbox again. So here you can see there is a SiteGround account which I have created yesterday, and this is the sales receipt which I have got from SiteGround, and then I have got a welcome email. So here I have signed up in the name of my friend who will also be helping me with the Biker Boy project. So I would go ahead and log in into the customer area. Let me enter the username and password. So username would be my email ID, and password would be the one I chose during the sign up process. So here I am inside the SiteGround account area. If I go ahead and click on my accounts, so the account area or the login area might look a little bit different in different websites with different hosting companies, but the kind of information that you get from your account will be same. So the hosting company is going to give you with name servers. They are going to give you with the account IP address. They are going to give you with the cPanel access. cPanel will have a username and a password. They're also going to give you the server location. So since we are in India, Singapore is the nearest server, and it's actually a good thing for us, because if we have our servers located in the US, then there will be a lot of latency. So if you don't know what latency is, go ahead and Google about it. So basically, if you are accessing a website from India, it has to load from a server in India for the fastest response time. If it is loading from a server in US, there will be a little bit of lag in microseconds, so that's called latency. So if you have heard of content distribution networks, basically these networks place the same files of your website across several servers in the world, so that whenever someone accesses these files, it is served from the nearest server. So that is what a content distribution network is all about. So if you have a CDN, which we will talk about in the future videos, then let's say I have my Digital Deepak website. Someone is opening my website from US, the files will load from a US server. Someone is loading from the website from India, the files will load from the India server. And the good thing about Cloudflare is that Cloudflare handles a lot of the CDN load itself. And once we set up Cloudflare completely, I will show you the traffic tab and the analytics tab inside Cloudflare, which will show you what is the amount of data that is being passed or that is being loaded from Cloudflare. So what we can do now is that in the previous video we talked about Cloudflare DNS, where you have to create a EA record for your website, and if you point the EA record in the DNS, then it will point to the server IP address. So here you can see that now that we have created a hosting account, we have an account IP address. No matter where you buy hosting from, they will always give you an IP address, which is where the server is hosted. So I would go ahead, copy this IP address, go back to DNS, and this would be for bikerboy.in. So if you have subdomains, then you can have different IP addresses for the subdomains as well, and you can host the subdomains at different servers. So that is also that can be done. So I would go ahead and click on add record. And another important thing that I would want to do is that I would want to enter the www version as well of bikerboy, and then point it to the same IP address. So these are two things that you can do right now. So now that we have added these two IP addresses, we can go ahead and click on save changes. I think it's automatically saved. Let me just refresh the page, see if it has been saved. So yes, you can see the A records for bikerboy.in and the www version, which is pointing to this particular IP address. So now I will go ahead and check if this IP address has been updated in the DNS. So now that I have pointed the A record to SiteGround IP address, I went ahead and opened bikerboy.in, and since we have not installed any website, you can still see that the SiteGround default page is loading. So here you can see this page is hosted by SiteGround. So now that we can confirm that the domain name and the hosting account is linked, the domain name A record is pointing to the IP address of the server. So now I will go ahead and install WordPress. So I have to go into the cPanel, and then I could say access cPanel securely. So most of the hosting providers will give you a cPanel account, and cPanel is a separate software which is basically like a control panel for your hosting account. So here I would go ahead and search for auto installers. So here you have WordPress auto installer. Click on WordPress. So basically there is a software called Softaculous, which is an add-on inside cPanel accounts, and this add-on will help you install WordPress without going ahead and creating databases yourself. So this is basically a one-click install. I would go ahead and click on install and give a site name, bikerboy. So this is something that can be edited later as well. So usually it is recommended that you have an admin username which is not admin. So if you have a WordPress blog already where the admin username is admin, go ahead and create a new admin account with a different username and delete the old admin account. So this is basically to prevent brute force attacks and people trying to hack your website, because they will be trying to log in with a default admin username. So now we have a password as well. Obviously I will change this password after this video, so don't try logging into bikerboy using this password. So I would go ahead and copy this password. Admin email is by default admin@bikerboy.in. I would go ahead and change it as bikerboy.in@gmail.com. So let's check advanced option as well. So there is something called database name and database prefix. So you can just leave it as default. Go ahead and click install. And you just need to wait for a minute or two to get the WordPress blog installed. So that's all there is to it. Now it says the WordPress blog has been installed. Let me go ahead and check bikerboy.in. And let me go ahead and do a hard refresh on the page. So here you can see that our WordPress blog has been installed. I would go ahead and log in into the admin area. So here we are logged in, and if you go into users, you can check the admin user right here. So this is the administrator user that we had created. The admin username is bikerboy and the password is the one we got during the installation process. So this is a very clean installation, and now our website is ready. If you go into plugins, there are a lot of plugins that you can add. You can just browse around here. If you go into appearance, then you will be able to change the themes. If you want to add a new theme, I could just click on add a new theme. Then here let me select on some other theme. let's say this particular theme. I would just click on install. Now that it's installed, I would click on activate. And here, let me go ahead and refresh the page. You can see that the new theme got activated. So it is as simple as that. Now you can go ahead and build your dream website and dream blogging project right on this domain. So that's it for this video. In this video, we had a look at how to sign up for a hosting account and then how to go ahead and install WordPress using cPanel. And finally, we logged into WordPress. We also had a look at how to add a record inside your Cloudflare account. So tomorrow, if you are going to change your hosting or if there is any error in hosting, then there are plugins which will take backup of your blog. You can take that plugin, go ahead and sign up for a different hosting account, create a new WordPress blog there, restore the same files into there, and you just need to go ahead and enter a different IP address of the new server, and then it will start pointing there. So it's as simple as that. And when you imagine about it, you could also have two parallel versions of your blog, so that if one version of your website goes down, you can just change the IP address to point to the other version, and the other version could be back up and running in no time. So that's it for this video, and if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. And below this video also I will share a few links to hosting companies where you can go ahead and purchase hosting. And if you have claimed any free hosting account, then the process is similar. You just need to go into cPanel and install WordPress yourself. In certain situations, when you go for managed WordPress hosting, they might not give you cPanel access because not every server is managed by this software called cPanel. Sometimes there are different kinds of softwares. If you go for managed WordPress hosting, they might just give you a different interface, but the support department will install WordPress for you, and all you need is a login for the WordPress. So once you have come up to this stage, then your blogging journey starts from here. So I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.